share this video with a friend.
Muhammad is Allah messenger, and the Quran is our constitution.
Again, we were misled that there was supposedly protests and then something sprang out of that, an assault sprang out of that. And that was easily ascertained that was not the fact.
But
and the American people could have known that within days, and they didn't know that.
With all due respect, the fact is we had 4 dead Americans. Was it because of a protest, or was it because of guys out for a walk one night who decided they'd go kill some Americans? What difference at this point does it make? It is our job to figure out what happened and do everything we can to prevent it from ever happening again, Senator. Now,
we shall loot the goods, the cannons, any animals, and anything else of value.
Were they denied requests for help during the attack?
Well, we are finding out exactly what happened. I can tell you, as I've said over the last couple of months since this happened, that the minute I found out what was going on, I gave 3 very clear directives. Number 1, make sure that we are securing our personnel and doing whatever we need to. Number 2, we're going to investigate exactly what happened to make sure it doesn't happen again. Number 3, find out who did this so we can bring him to justice.
What God is this that is such an oppressor and so unfair to the people?
And last quick question I have for you, Congresswoman, because you have been an ambassador, you have been overseas in similar with similar responsibilities and similar missions. Who gives such an order to stand down? Where does that come from?
The President of the United States.
And that is what we saw play out in the last 2 weeks. There's a crude and disgusting video sparked outrage throughout the Muslim world. Now, I have made it clear that the United States government had nothing to do with this video. And I believe its message must be rejected by all who respect our common humanity. It is an insult not only to Muslims, but to America as well.
And let me be very clear here. It's very rare for a group of rioters to gather in hours of darkness. It kind of prevents the whole idea of seeing the protest. So that was right off the bat peculiar. And yeah, these feeds are being seen globally. Everybody who has a top secret SCI feed, this is the highest level of system, well, can dial into this. And when an attack is ongoing, Alex, everybody tunes in. In this case, a DoD drone was loaned to CIA, put under CIA control, and from that point on, and I estimate probably about 10 o'clock, everything was being seen in real time. So everybody here, and keep in mind that 10 o'clock there is about sometime in the about 8 hours later here. So we're talking about essentially all of this happening during the beginning of and throughout the process of a business day.
Would a highly decorated career diplomat have told you or Washington had there been a demonstration outside his facility that day?
Yes, sir, he would have.
Did he mention one word about a protest or a demonstration?
No, sir, he did not.
First of all, let's be clear about what transpired here. What happened this week in Cairo, in Benghazi, was a direct result of a heinous and offensive video that was widely disseminated that the U.S. government had nothing to do with.
What was your reaction to that?
I was stunned. My jaw dropped.
So Ambassador Rice directly contradicts the evidence on the ground in Libya. She directly contradicts the president of Libya. She directly contradicts the last statement uttered by Ambassador Stevens.
one of the reasons we had our own people on the ground and why we were looking to try to figure out how to better protect Benghazi and how to have understandings with those in the annex is because it's a host country responsibility, but you know, they were not in a position to do what we would expect from an organized country.
Marina!
Daddy, what's going on?
There is an angry mob in the street. Tell your mother to release all the patients and close the clinic. We must go home now.
Hey, Daddy.
Freeze!
Do not take any action until everything is over.
No more illegal wiretapping of American citizens. No more national security letters to spy on citizens who are not suspected of a crime. No more tracking citizens who do nothing more than protest a misguided war. No more ignoring the law when it is inconvenient. That is not who we are.
To the freedom of the press is very concerning, and members of the committee want to hear an explanation today.
Well, this is an ongoing investigation. I would not want to reveal what I know, and I don't know if there are other people who have been developed as possible recipients or possessors of that information during the course of the investigation. I don't know.
I'm trying to find out who authorized the subpoena.
And do you still have full confidence in your Attorney General? Should we interpret yesterday's renewed interest by the White House in a media shield law as a response to that? And more broadly, how do you feel about comparisons by some of your critics of this week's scandals to those that happened under the Nixon administration?
Well, yeah, I'll let you guys engage in those comparisons, and you can go ahead and read the history, I think, and draw your own conclusions.